Hey people, welcome to the new episode of the Toy Dungeon Essay. This is Lionel Zanna speaking, and this is going to be just a review of my game books. Another thing that I like and love. I love game books, and it was all a part of my childhood. So let me start. If you go down here, oh, there's baby. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Say hello, baby. Okay, the first one I like is from the Lone Wolf series, and it's called Flight from the Dark by Joe Dever and Gary Chalk. This one I found in Durban when I was very young. I went with a friend to Durban on holiday. I found this one. It's awesome. These game books are totally, it's my favorite. Get a map of where you go, all the places you go, the story, and if you carry on, you check all your list of your weapons and your skill and your endurance points and your combat records, your disciplines, your weapons, and in your backpack your meals and special items, belt pouch with your gold crowns. You carry on, action charts, carry on your story, then all your abilities that you have to choose, all your different weapons that you can choose, all your skills you can choose, how to use your equipment, blah 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 blah, and then the story starts. But there's your chart, and you see the other page is missing. That's how old this is. I'm not sure when this one came out, but I know this one, the second book, Fire on the Water, is best game book of the year 1985. See right there at the bottom, 1985. So I guess this book was earlier. Really cool. Your whole it's almost like a Star Wars idea. Your whole like Kai monastery where you learn to fight to become a master gets destroyed, and you got to learn all your abilities and everything from like the beginning. The second book, really cool. I ordered this one. I actually got two different copies. This one I think is from Penguin. See the bottom there is torn off. Can't really see there where the logo is supposed to be, but I think this is Penguin Books. You can take it on 1985. Same thing, but I want to show you is these books have pictures. A lot of cool pictures. You know, knights, your enemies and warriors and pirates or whatever. It's a really cool series of books. It paints a really cool picture in your mind. I love it. I love these books. I've got two of these ones. This one is the same book, Fire on the Water. It's where you get your summer sword, which is an awesome sword. Then on the third book, it's called The Caverns of Coulter, also by Joe Dever. Game Book of the Year award winner again. Same thing, cool pictures. Look at that. Crazy monsters. It's one of those books, if you want to go to do this, go to that page. If you want to do that, go to another page. Really cool books. Then, I don't have the whole series, but I've got 1, 2 and 3. Now I've got book 6. This is the first book I ever read. I think it was like in standard 1. It was a really cool book. My mom introduced it to me, and from there it just spiraled. And at that time I was playing Ninja Turtles and arcade games, and I was enjoying my life with those things. And then suddenly in South Africa everything stopped. But anyway, it's a really cool book. I love it. Then I was at some other chick's house, and I saw this book there, and I asked her, how much do you want for it? She says, you can take it. Jungle of Horrors, number 8, a little bit beat up, but really cool. Yeah, really cool. Then I got Dungeons of Torgal, which is number 10. Really cool. And then I have to skip to number 19 from 10. I had another one in between, but I borrowed to a guy and his mother thought it was satanic, and then she burnt it. Didn't bother to get me another one. You know, people are people, huh? Don't borrow your books or anything. Really cool. Then from number 18, I got from number 19, I have to jump to 18. There's Dawn of the Dragons. Really cool. I bought this when I was on holiday with my family in Durban again. Seems like Durban is the place to be with all these type of things. And then 18 and 19, I got 20, The Curse of Nah. This was an awesome book, but I struggled to finish it, and I still haven't finished it. Crazy book. And this one I bought in Mayerton. I was still young, man. I wasn't even in high school. So yeah. Excuse me. But anyway, cool books. And from these books, I got introduced into D&D, Dungeons and Dragons type of storybooks, and this is called Dark Sun. It's a certain type of series of a certain type of planet or whatever. Very dry planet. Bought this when I was in Durban with my one friend, and he got me into these books, but you know, when we stopped being friends and when I moved away, it ended. So these books I got like in Durban. It's about these warriors, or basically like gladiators. They have to fight to survive, and then almost like a Spartacus story. They like escape, a whole bunch of them, and they got to survive in this harsh climate of this planet. Yeah, no, it's really cool. I read it very long ago, so I don't remember much. We're going next. I got some more game books, and this is by Steve Jackson. Steve Jackson. The Citadel of Chaos. Really cool. Same type of idea as the Lone Wolf. These ones came out like in 92. Really cool. Same type of things, just a little bit different. Citadel of Chaos, and that's number 2. And then Death Trap Dungeon by Ian Livingstone. You'll see later, I'll show you books that they collaborated together to write. So that one is Steve Jackson, this one's Ian Livingstone, Death Trap Dungeon. That's number 3. Really cool. I think I read this one. Very difficult. Got to solve a lot of puzzles and traps and stuff like that. And then number 4, this was weird. This is a game book where you are a creature. So you gotta like eat animals, and I don't know. It's such a weird storyline. You're like an animal. Weird. Okay, this one is number 9, by Steve Jackson, and this is just a sorcery, the Shamantanti Hills. I haven't read this one, but looks good. Another one I have is by Steve Jackson, Sorcery. Another one, Hurrah, City Port of Traps. Then another one by Ian Livingstone, Armies of Death, number 14. And this one I've tried to read but I haven't finished. It's called Blood Bones, brand new adventure. It's number 26. It's about pirates. Reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean, but this was way before. And then Curse of the Mummy. The last one I have is number 27 by Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. You see that they first started off writing together and then collaborating. Now, if I go into my older books of them, I got Sword of the Samurai. Really cool book. I've read it. I think I finished it. Really cool book. You gotta like solve riddles for dragons, and there's a lot of Chinese and Japanese mythology in it. Crazy book. I loved it. Really cool. I haven't read this one. Return to Fire Top Mountain, book number 50 by Ian Livingstone. Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone, Knights of Doom. I think I started this one, but it's very difficult. You die very quickly in this one. But anyway, I have to get more into these things again now that I'm showing you guys. These two, I was working in England in the city of Canterbury, and in the one bookstore I just saw them on the shelf and I bought them. City of Thieves by Ian Livingstone, fighting fantasy game book. It shows you number 5. Bought it. I read it in England, but I can't remember basically the storyline. Forest of Doom, also found that there, number 3. Really awesome. Yeah, and that's that, guys. Hope you enjoy.